All right, good morning, everyone. So, today we are going to start our next grammar topic, that is direct and indirect speech. It is also called reported speech. You have already done this topic in your previous class also, but again, now we'll be revising all the rules of this topic once again. So, first of all, let us understand what is direct and indirect speech. Direct speech is a report of the exact words used by a speaker or writer. जो वर्ड्स कोई स्पीकर बोल रहा है या किसी राइटर ने लिखे हैं एग्जैक्टली उन वर्ड्स को रिपोर्ट करना उसको हम कहते हैं डायरेक्ट स्पीच. The words spoken appear within inverted commas. Now we are using exact words of some speaker or writer. So those exact words would be written in inverted commas and should be exactly word to word as spoken or written. और जैसे भी बोले गए हैं या लिखे गए हैं exactly the wording should be same. No change in the wording should be there. For example, the teacher said to the students, "You can go." Now, this is the direct speech where teacher said to the students, "You can go." Now, this is the exact wording of the teacher which we have put in inverted commas. Now, what is indirect speech? When we report what someone said in our own words, it is called indirect speech. When we hear, suppose your teacher conveys you some message to give it to your parents. अब टीचर की वर्डिंग अगर आप एग्जैक्टली लिखेंगे दैट विल बी इन इन्वर्टेड कॉमर्स, राइट? एंड इफ यू चेंज द वर्डिंग दैट विल बी इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच. We do not use inverted commas in that case. Indirect speech में we do not use inverted commas. Do not write the exact words as spoken. Do not write the exact words as spoken or written by someone. We make changes in those words. For example, the teacher said to the students that they can go. Now, when we are saying using the exact words, वो है you can go, and we have put those words in inverted commas. Now, when we are changing we are telling that in indirect speech, then we have not used inverted commas and we have also changed the person. पहले था you can, now it is they could go. So indirect speech में we do not use the exact words. Now both direct and indirect speech have two parts which are complete sentences in themselves. दो पार्ट्स होते हैं. अगर आप डायरेक्ट एंड इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच की बात कर रहे हैं हम, तो दो पार्ट्स होते हैं एक सेंटेंस के. फर्स्ट पार्ट को हम कहते हैं रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब. रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब में क्या होता है? हु सेड टू हुम. हु सेड टू हुम मतलब किसने किसको कहा. उस सेंटेंस का वो पार्ट जो होता है जिसमें हम ये पता करते हैं किसने किसको कहा, दैट पार्ट इज कॉल्ड रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब. And the exact words spoken, which are put in inverted commas, are called reported speech. Now, a sentence has two parts. One is reporting verb and another part is reported speech. Now, have a look at an example. The teacher said to Rohit. Now, who said to whom? Teacher said to Rohit. So, this is reporting verb. This part of the sentence is reporting verb. Now, what did the teacher say? You are late. Now, these are the exact words of the teacher which we have put in inverted commas. So, this part of the sentence is called reported speech. I hope this concept of reporting verb and reported speech is clear to you. Now, when we change a direct sentence into indirect sentence, there are a few changes which we do and we need to keep those things in our mind. First is inverted commas will be removed. जब हम डायरेक्ट सेंटेंस को इनडायरेक्ट सेंटेंस में चेंज करते हैं, वी रिमूव इन्वर्टेड कॉमास और उसकी जगह हम क्या यूज करते हैं? वी ऐड कंजंक्शन दैट. इन्वर्टेड कॉमास रिमूव करते हैं, हम दैट कंजंक्शन ऐड करते हैं सेंटेंस में. Change in verbs in reported speech. जो रिपोर्टेड स्पीच होती है, एग्जैक्ट वर्ड्स होते हैं किसी के, उनकी वर्ब में चेंज होता है. नाउ फर्दर वी विल डिस्कस व्हाट आर द रूल्स टू चेंज द वर्ब इन रिपोर्टेड स्पीच. एंड देन नेक्स्ट इज चेंज इन पर्सनल प्रोनाउंस. जो हम प्रोनाउंस यूज कर रहे हैं, दे ऑल्सो चेंज. देन चेंज इन नियरनेस ऑफ टाइम एंड प्लेस. So all these points we need to keep in mind when we change a direct sentence into indirect sentence. First is inverted commas are removed. Second, we add conjunction that. Then verb in the reported speech changes, personal pronouns change, and the nearness of time and place change. Now, first of all, we'll discuss how do we change the pronouns. सेंटेंस में प्रोनाउन कैसे चेंज करते हैं, उसके लिए वेरी सिंपल फॉर्मूला वी नीड टू कीप इन माइंड, दैट इज SON रूल. हम इसको सन रूल बोल देते हैं, अदरवाइज SON रूल. नाउ हियर S stands for subject, O stands for object, and N means no change. N means no change. Reporting verb में subject, object and N is no change. अब वो रिपोर्टेड स्पीच में फर्स्ट पर्सन चेंजेस टू सब्जेक्ट, सेकंड पर्सन चेंजेस टू ऑब्जेक्ट एंड थर्ड पर्सन नो चेंज. अगर हमारे पास रिपोर्टेड स्पीच में फर्स्ट पर्सन है, दैट विल चेंज इनटू सब्जेक्ट, सेकंड पर्सन विल चेंज इनटू ऑब्जेक्ट एंड थर्ड पर्सन देयर इज no change. Now first person in reported speech will change according to the subject in the reporting verb. जो हमारे पास रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब में सब्जेक्ट है उसके अकॉर्डिंग चेंज होगा. सेकेंड पर्सन ऑब्जेक्ट इन रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब एंड थर्ड पर्सन नो चेंज. वेरी सिंपल फॉर्मूला वी कैन कीप इन माइंड टू चेंज द प्रोनाउंस. नाउ देयर आर अ फ्यू एग्जांपल्स. चेंज इन प्रोनाउन कैसे करते हैं हम? राम सेड टू मी आई एम गोइंग. नाउ इन रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब वी हैव राम, and in reported speech we have pronoun I. So Ram said to will change into told. Ram told me that. We have removed inverted commas, we have added conjunction that here. Now I is first person, and first person in reported speech will change according to the subject in reporting verb. So Ram है तो Ram is a boy, उसके लिए pronoun हम he use करेंगे, right? Ram told me that he was going. Now change of the verb we have not discussed yet. In these examples just concentrate on the change of the person. Change of verb will continue further. Next example is you said to Radha I am studying. Now again you told Radha that, removed inverted commas, added conjunction that here. Now I again will change according to the subject. Now you hai so it will remain same. You were studying. Next example is they said to me we are playing. They told me that they were playing. Next example is I said to him Ram is a fool. Now I said to changes to told. I told him that Ram remained Ram. Why? Because this is third person, right? And there is no change in third person. So I told him that Ram was a fool. I hope the formula to change a pronoun in a sentence is clear to you. Next, change in the verb of reported speech. Right, change of pronoun we have done, we have discussed right now. Now coming to change in verb, there are certain rules where we change in verb. And how are those changes done? Change in verb of reported speech. Reported speech में हम कैसे change करते हैं? Rule. What is the rule for that? If reporting verb is in past. Now here I am stressing on the word reporting verb. अगर हमारा reporting verb past में है, the verbs in the reported speech will be changed into past, right? अगर हमारा रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब पास्ट में है तो जो रिपोर्टेड स्पीच है उसकी वर्ब्स पास्ट में चेंज हो जाएंगी। एग्जाम्पल है आपके सामने, ही सेड द डॉक्टर इज इन। इनडायरेक्ट में क्या आ जाएगा, ही सेड दैट द डॉक्टर वॉज इन। क्लियर? बट देर आर एक्सेप्शंस जहां पे हम वर्ब नहीं चेंज करते। वो क्या एक्सेप्शंस है हमारे पास? इफ द रिपोर्टेड स्पीच शोज यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ, अगर कोई यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ है उसमें चेंज नहीं होगा। यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ आप एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं, अर्थ रिवॉल्व्स अराउंड द सन, तो यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ है, इसको नहीं चेंज कर सकते। देन इट इज एनी हैप्चुअल एक्शन, अगर कोई हैप्चुअल एक्शन है उसमें भी हम वर्ब नहीं चेंज करते। और तीसरा पॉइंट क्या है हमारे पास, अगर हमारा रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब जो है प्रेजेंट और फ्यूचर टेंस में है। नाउ हियर इन द थर्ड पॉइंट अगेन आई एम स्ट्रेसिंग रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब इज इन प्रेजेंट और फ्यूचर टेंस, देन वी डू नॉट चेंज द वर्ब इन रिपोर्टेड स्पीच। एग्जाम्पल्स हैं आपके सामने। He said to the doctor said to the patient, health is wealth. Sorry, the nurse said to the patient, the health is wealth. So the nurse told the patient that health is wealth. Will not change is to was, because this is truth, health is wealth, so we have not changed it. Next is, he says to me, you are wise. Now here in reporting verb, now I am again saying reporting verb, says to, it means simple future tense. Sorry, simple present tense, not future. This is simple present tense. He says to me that I am wise. Now here, note down one thing, that change of pronoun will be there whatever the reporting verb is. Change of pronoun हमेशा ही होगा, but change of verb जो है that will depend upon verb in the reporting verb. अब यहाँ पे हम बात कर रहे हैं present है हमारे पास, says to is present, तो इसलिए we have not changed the verb here. Next example is, Ram will say to me, I am true. Again, reporting verb में हमारे पास verb है will say and it is future tense, right? So we will not change the tense or verb in reported speech, but change of person will be there. Ram will say to me that he is true. I hope this is clear to you that there is change in the verb of reported speech when reporting verb is in past. But if our reporting verb is in present or future tense, we do not change the verb in reported speech. And there are two exceptions where we have universal truth and habitual fact. Next, what are the rules to change verb? हमारे पास वर्ब को चेंज करने के लिए रूल्स क्या हैं, हम कैसे वर्ब चेंज करते हैं? हमने कहा है रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब में अगर हमारे पास पास्ट है तो हम वर्ब रिपोर्टेड स्पीच में चेंज करेंगे. नाउ देयर इज अ रूल फॉर दैट. इफ इट इज सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस देन इट विल चेंज इनटू सिंपल पास्ट. अगर हमारे पास रिपोर्टेड स्पीच में सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस है देन इट विल चेंज इनटू सिंपल पास्ट. Present continuous will change into past continuous. Present perfect changes to past perfect. Present perfect continuous changes to past perfect continuous tense. Means all the present tenses change into past according to their type. Simple present will change into simple past. Present continuous will change into past continuous. Present perfect changes to past perfect. Present perfect continuous changes to past perfect continuous. Now coming to simple past tense. Now if we have simple past tense in reported speech, the verb in reported speech will change into past perfect tense. And past continuous will change into past perfect continuous. And if I talk about past perfect, then there is no change. Past perfect tense अगर हमारे पास reported speech में है तो उसमें कोई change नहीं होता. And then past perfect continuous, again there is no change. So we do not change the verb in reported speech if our verb in reported speech is past perfect or past perfect continuous. Next, will or shall will change into would. Ab shall is not changed into should. Many students commit this mistake. They change shall into should, but shall and will both change into would. Can changes to could, may changes to might, and must changes to had to. So all these were the rules how to change verbs in reported speech when we have past tense in reporting verb. Next is nearness of time and place. You have already done this. Here changes to there, now, then, this, that, these, those. Today changes to that day, tonight, that night, last night or last week, the previous night or the previous week. Yesterday changes to the previous day, tomorrow changes to the next day, next week, the following week, ago changes to before. So all these changes are done for nearness of time and place. Now here are some examples. He had said to me we played. अब अगर मैं reporting verb में verb की बात करूँ तो had said है. Had said means past tense है, तो जो reported speech है उसमें हमारा tense जो है change हो जाएगा. We play is simple present tense. Simple present tense changes into simple past. Simple past में we use second form of the verb. He had told me. Said to changes to told. He had told me. Inverted commas we have removed. That we changed into they. Change of pronoun. Formula SON. And simple present changes to past. Play is first form of verb. It became played. So he had told me that they played. He had said to me, we are playing. He had told me that they were playing. He said to me, we have played. He told me that they had played. He said to me, we have been playing. He told me that they had been playing. So all these examples are of change in verb where simple present changed to simple past, present continuous changed to past continuous, present perfect changed to past perfect, and present perfect continuous changed to past perfect continuous. Hanji, now simple sentences you have learned how to do. Next type of sentence is interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentences जो हैं वो हमारे पास दो तरह के होते हैं. Questions जो हैं हम दो तरह से पूछते हैं. एक starting with WH word, as you all know, who, which, when, where, whom, what, why, how. How is also considered in WH words. So एक हम इस तरह से question पूछते हैं. Second way of asking a question is starting with helping. Helping verb means is, am, are, was, were, can, could, will, shall, do, does, did, may, etc. So when we ask these two types of questions, there is a different way to change the direct speech into indirect speech. Let us have a look at an example. The doctor said to the nurse, which injection will you give to the patient? Now here it is an interrogative sentence and you can see that this starts with which. हमारे पास WH word से start हो रहा है ये. तो हम इसको indirect में कैसे करेंगे? The doctor said to अब change हो जाएगा asked में, because it is a question. So said to किस में change हो गया? Asked. The doctor asked the nurse. अब जब हम यहाँ पे इन्वर्टेड कॉमास रिमूव करेंगे, विल नॉट ऐड कंजंक्शन दैट इन इंट्रोगेटिव सेंटेंसेस. Minded, in simple sentences, when we remove inverted commas, we use conjunction that. But when we talk about interrogative sentences, we do not use conjunction that when we remove inverted commas. अब जो WH word है, that will remain the same. वो वहीं पे रहेगा. So which will remain here? Nurse, the doctor asked the nurse which injection she would give to the patient. बाकी जो सारा रूल है हम फॉलो करेंगे. चेंज ऑफ वर्ब, रूल ऑफ चेंज ऑफ वर्ब विल बी फॉलोड. अब यहाँ पे विल है तो यहाँ पे क्या बन जाएगा? वुड. Another point which you need to keep in mind is that now it is not an interrogative sentence. Now when we change the direct interrogative sentence, direct speech to an indirect speech, तो हमारा जो sentence है, question है, that does not remain interrogative. वो question form नहीं रहती, right? Have a look at another example. The patient said to the nurse, "Who is my doctor?" The patient asked the nurse who his doctor was. अब change of person भी हो रहा है यहाँ पे, change of tense भी हो रहा है यहाँ पे. वो सारे rules वैसे ही apply होंगे, but when we remove inverted commas, we do not use conjunction that. WH word वैसे ही place करते हैं हम. Now coming to second type, जहाँ पे हमारा जो question है that starts with a helping verb. हमारा question जहाँ पे helping verb से start हो रहा है. The patient said to the nurse, "Is the doctor in?" Again, the patient asked the nurse if the doctor was in. अब यहाँ पे चेंज देखिए क्या है. हमने यहाँ पे जब इन्वर्टेड कॉमास रिमूव किए हैं तब हमने इफ या वेदर दोनों में से कोई भी एक आप यूज कर सकते हैं कंजंक्शन. दैट कंजंक्शन यूज नहीं होगी इन्वर्टेड कॉमास रिमूव करके. हम इफ या वेदर यूज करेंगे अगर हमारा इंट्रोगेटिव सेंटेंस जो है वो किसी हेल्पिंग वर्ब से स्टार्ट हो रहा है. Rest, rule to change pronoun and rule to change verb remains the same. Sorry, have a look at another example. The patient said to the doctor, "Am I from Moscow? Fibrosis." Again, indirect में the patient asked the doctor if he was suffering from mucous fibrosis. राइट. अगेन क्वेश्चन हमारा हेल्पिंग वर्ब से स्टार्ट हो रहा है. हमने इफ यूज किया इन्वर्टेड कॉमास को रिमूव करके, हमने प्रोनाउन चेंज किया, हमने वर्ब चेंज किया. नेक्स्ट कमिंग टू इंपेरेटिव सेंटेंसेस. दिस यू हैव ऑलरेडी डन. इंट्रोगेटिव सेंटेंसेस वाज अ लिटिल न्यू फॉर यू. सो इंपेरेटिव सेंटेंसेस में हम क्या करते हैं? ऑर्डर, रिक्वेस्ट, एडवाइस या फिर हमारे जो सेंटेंसेस हैं वो लेट से स्टार्ट होती है हमारी जो रिपोर्टेड स्पीच है. तो ऑर्डर है. Positive order sentence starts with V1 in reported speech. V1 is first form of the verb. Examples देखते हैं. The nurse said to the ward boy, "Open all the windows of the room for ventilation." अब imperative sentence में जो verb said to है that will change according to the sense of the sentence, if that's a request, if that's an order, or if that's any advice. अब यहाँ पे एक nurse है वो ward boy को order देगी. So said to changed into order. The nurse ordered the ward boy to open. अब यहाँ पे जब हम inverted commas remove कर रहे हैं हमने V1 यूज किया to open all the windows of the room for ventilation. To के बाद first form of verb, right? So जब हम imperative sentences की बात करते हैं, said to in a sentence changes to ordered, request or advised depending upon the sense of the sentence. And then when we remove inverted commas, उसको हम कैसे यूज करते हैं? V1 यूज करते हैं, but we add to with that. Clear? Next is नेगेटिव ऑर्डर. जब हमारा सेंटेंस नेगेटिव से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, डू नॉट से स्टार्ट हो रहा है या नेवर से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, उस केस में हम कैसे डायरेक्ट को इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच में चेंज करते हैं? इफ द रिपोर्टेड स्पीच स्टार्ट्स विद डू नॉट प्लस V1 इन इनडायरेक्ट फॉर्म, डू इज रिमूव्ड. डू को हम रिमूव कर देते हैं. रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब प्लस नॉट टू प्लस V1. डू को रिमूव करके हम नॉट टू में चेंज करते हैं और उसके साथ हम V1 यूज करते हैं. V1 मीन्स द फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब. नाउ इफ देयर इज नेवर, देन रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब प्लस नेवर प्लस V1. ये आपको ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा. डू नॉट या नेवर वाले सेंटेंसेस में हम डू को रिमूव कर देते हैं एंड दैट चेंजेस टू नॉट टू. Have a look at an example. The doctor said to the ward boy, do not allow anyone to enter the operation theatre. The doctor ordered the ward boy not to allow anyone to enter the operation theatre. Not to allow बन जाएगा. Do not का हमने क्या बना दिया? Not to allow. Right? Not to plus V1. Next is Joseph Stalin said to his daughter Svetlana, never dance with that young man again. Again, Joseph Stalin ordered his daughter Svetlana never to dance. Again, never remained the same. Sense negative ही रहेगा उसका. Never to plus V1. V1 means first form of the verb. Again, it will remain never to dance. नेक्स्ट रिक्वेस्ट है हमारे पास. जो सेंटेंसेस प्लीज और काइंडली से स्टार्ट होते हैं उनमें हम क्या करते हैं, सब्जेक्ट प्लस रिक्वेस्टेड. प्लीज या काइंडली जहां पे आ जाएगा वहां पे सेड टू को हम रिक्वेस्टेड में चेंज कर देंगे. देन ऑब्जेक्ट प्लस टू प्लस V1. एग्जाम्पल देखिए. द पेशेंट सेड टू द नर्स प्लीज टेक माई BP. The patient requested the nurse to take his BP. अब यहाँ पे please आ गया और हमने requested use कर दिया. Then in that case we will remove please and kindly from the sentence. जब हमने requested use कर दिया, will not use please and kindly again. नेक्स्ट है लेट इन रिपोर्टेड स्पीच. जब हमारे पास रिपोर्टेड स्पीच में कोई सेंटेंस हमारा लेट से स्टार्ट होता है तो उसमें क्या रूल होता है, जो सेड टू है अगेन वो चेंज होता है रिक्वेस्टेड, एडवाइज्ड, आस्क्ड एंड ऑर्डर्ड, अगेन डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द सेंस ऑफ द सेंटेंस. अब लेट वाले सेंटेंसेस को हम कैसे करते हैं, अब एग्जांपल देखते हैं बेटा. द नर्स सेड टू द पेशेंट लेट मी गिव यू इंजेक्शन. नाउ द नर्स आस्क्ड द पेशेंट टू लेट हर गिव हिम इंजेक्शन. राइट. अब लेट रिमेन सेम, हमने टू ऐड कर दिया. Right, and baki there is change in person also. Next example is the doctor said to the visitor, let the patient lie in peace. The doctor advised the visitor. Again यहाँ पे advised क्यों है, क्योंकि suggestion दी है डॉक्टर ने, to let the patient lie in peace. Then Sushant said to his friends, let's, यहाँ पे go आना था बेटा, let's go for a picnic. Sushant suggested his friends that they should go for a पिकनिक. अब ये सजेशन है तो इसमें हमने चेंज किया. नेक्स्ट एक्सक्लेमेटरी सेंटेंसेस हैं हमारे. तो एक्सक्लेमेटरी, यू नो दैट स्ट्रॉन्ग इमोशन है, दैट इमोशन कैन बी ऑफ सॉरो, जॉय, एंगर, राइट, एक्सेट्रा. तो उनमें हम कैसे चेंजेस करते हैं. ही सेड अलास आई हैव फेल्ड. ही एक्सक्लेम्ड विद सॉरो. जो सेड है दैट चेंजेस टू एक्सक्लेम्ड विद सॉरो, that he had failed. Again the rule to change in person and tense will be applied. Again, hurrah, I have been selected for the nursing course. She exclaimed with joy that she had been selected for the nursing course. He said, oh, so Sister Jane is not here. Now he exclaimed. Just इसमें कोई हमारे पास expression नहीं है, joy का नहीं है, sorrow का नहीं है, तो we used the simple expression exclaimed that Sister Jane was not there. Now here changed into there. If you remember, we have done changes in nearness of place and time. So here is changed in there. Next, sentences starting with how and what. A nurse said to the patient, how weak you have grown. The nurse exclaimed that the patient had grown very weak. The patient said, what a caring nurse she is. The patient exclaimed that she was a very caring nurse. अब sign of exclamation जो exclamatory sentence है उसको हम simple में change कर देंगे. That will not remain exclamatory again. तो उसको simple में change करने के लिए we'll remove the words like how and what. Rest rule is applied. Next sentences starting with may में wish होता है. If I say may you live long, तो we just change said to into wished and rest the rule is applied. Right? Again it is the nurse wished that the patient might convalesce soon. Right? Again uski wish aa gayi hai. So I hope the topic direct and indirect speech is clear to you. Now if you have any doubt, you can ask your doubts